Hey everybody, it's Mark from the Chronicles, your Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia podcast. We come to you live on Twitch and YouTube every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. A little switch there from Daylight Savings Time, Central Standard Time. It is at event launch if you are worldwide with us, and we appreciate all of you. Give us a like, a sub, ring the bell for notifications here, as this is my Lann and Reynn Lufenia Plus Queen of Charm run. Kind of walking through an easier way to do this because you're facing the Lamia and her two friends, a Penelo and a World of Darkness, a Warrior of Light, not Warrior of Darkness, different expansion, Mannequin, who they both have their LDs, and they both start with their LDs, and so they can one-shot you if you let them act. So you either need to disable them, you need to delay them, or the best thing I think you can do is bring Arciela or Kefka, although I think Arciela is the superior choice, to HP silence them, and they will not be able to act. In fact, with Arciela, you can HP silence the entire boss for the entirety of the game there. Now, the orb is kind of a pain, but it does disappear once they get down to 50%. You have to do, I believe, 800,000 damage across the three bosses. So the easiest way to do that, of course, is with a burst finisher, a couple LDs, or Lann and Reynn Friends. You see, I brought Lann and Reynn Friends to come manage the orb. You start with their BT plus and then just do 4 consecutive LDs, and that upticks the orb. Bartz's BT finisher will also uptick the orb. You do need a solid damage dealer if you are going to bring Arciela, because she is pure support. I've seen people really struggle with Bartz, Arciela, and then a third support character. You really do need a damage dealer to deal with that, not just Lann and Reynn Friend. So, I may have jumped the gun here. I think it would have been better to use Vaughn's BT, but it is what it is. So I used that to give me a little bit more time because I kind of misplayed that. And that's okay. It ends up working out fine for me. Doesn't take too long. I think I could have done it a little bit better. So I did bring Vaughn as my damage dealer. Another good option would have been Tifa. They just do big single target damage. That's going to help towards the end, even with the damage reductions and the Brave gain reductions. Really, I think, very truthfully, Y'shtola is a better support for Vaughn. I think maybe Bart's a little bit better for Tifa, so I would have been, since especially I didn't use Vaughn's BT, my intention was to use Vaughn's BT. Because I didn't, I think Tifa probably would have made this a little bit easier than Vaughn, but definitely, regardless, if your friend has a burst effect, don't do your burst phase until you get your friend's burst effect, because hell. And Kate Sith Call and friend burst effect. Bart's actually did significant damage in his burst phase. 5 million damage for Bart's burst phase. I feel real good about that. I don't know about you, and Arciela also doing some nice things there. But her major, I just lay into the debuff phase, the debuff stance, which is her skill 2. And so really lean into that. And, her ability to support her party mostly comes from her first stance, her skill 1 stance, but being able to completely lock down the enemies from her skill 2 stance is really, really where it is. So it is a 2-turn HP silence, so you can manage it kind of back and forth between her EX, her skill 1, her skill 2, and her LD. So she's not in danger of running out of skills anytime soon. As soon as you kill the ads, the Lamia Queen will resummon them and spend her turn doing that, so that is kind of nice. I think she instantaneously does one of them, but if you kill them both at the same time, she gets debuffed and then immediately resummons one. I guess, I don't know if she took an action there to resummon both of them, but that's okay. You do have to kill them, I believe, regardless of where they end up. I want to say that's right. We'll see here at the end of the fight. You have to kill both of them. If you kill the Lamia Queen first and there are mannequins alive. I have seen people wipe, I believe, because they did not kill the mannequins, and they can kill you if you're not paying attention to them, if you're not defensive enough, if you're not delaying or deleting Definitely Kistis, Garland, Zidane, all options to delay and delete the mannequins from not doing much to you. Let me know about your triple BT runs, because that's the new meme right now. Is, man, I was able to get Vayne sucks. Yeah, well, with 3 BTs, everybody's pretty good. Believe me. Your BT plus characters are not going to suck, and if you have 3 of them on your team, you're going to be okay. That is kind of the meta stomp right now. If you're not aware, the meta stomp for Lufenia Plus in this era and even moving forward is pretty much 3 BT pluses. So that's fine. No shame for doing that. That's okay. You should do that if you can. It's not something like you need to post on Reddit about, because yeah, we got it. Like it's kind of like using synergy. Like, oh yeah, twins is good for this event, for their event. Yeah, okay, right. We know. We get it. You don't use a BT. You don't use any BT pluses. I'll be interested in your run. How did you do it? And how can you help other people with that as well? Again, regardless of your run, DissidiaFFOO.com, you go call to arms, you put it there. We have on our Discord, we have a whole channel devoted to every Lufenia Plus fight. Let us know. Whatever you do, let us know, because hey, it might help somebody else. So no shame there. No, not putting people down. You can do the game your own way. If you're looking for us to be impressed, I'm probably not going to be too impressed. You do need to be careful in terms of the resummoning the ads, because if she resummons and you don't have them, because they don't, obviously if you kill them and you resummon and you don't keep RCLS debuffs on, that can be a problem. So you just kind of need to manage that and be aware of that. So now is Vaughn's time to shine here. May misplay him a little bit, but he's just doing so much damage. It really, even a 500,000, 600,000 skill 2 is really great. And it does have, the skill 2 does have blind 2, which I think there might be some Merilith attacks that can get blinded, so that is kind of nice. Although HP silence really doesn't matter. She does do that, but on Bart's it doesn't matter. Unless I only had one use of the skill of the BT effect, then it would be much more of an issue. And I definitely, if I hadn't used Bartz's burst, I would definitely want to be bursting with Vaughn while Bartz's burst effect was up, because it would be bad otherwise. So I'd probably bring, Sid Reigns or Kate Sith on Vaughn if that was the case. So I don't believe I did that on this point. So. Oh no, he did not have, he only had Kurisames. He did not have Kate's call on. I don't know. Yeah, because my intention was to burst on Vaughn. So yeah, the best laid plans, that's for sure. I'm just checking there what the you see. I think Jax already fell off. I think that's Kurisame's still on there, but Jax fell off, so I want to try to do as much damage as possible while the HP debuff is up. Yeah. And again, Dissension, Skill 2, Arciela, I think I had 4 uses at this point, so, and I haven't used her AA, or did I already use her AA? Not paying too much attention, obviously. Bart's, again, not doing too much, but he's going to do his, I had to stop there, I apologize. Had to turn the game off and come back to it, so that's why that change. It wasn't a reset. Literally just had to stop the game, pause the game. Yeah, so the reason you do this is because you retain the 3 stacks of his BT effect if you go from one BT to the next, so that makes it a little nicer. If you're going to use both of them, you don't really need to use both of them if you had played a little bit better than I did, because you could have gotten away with just using one. I'm not really sure the twins needed his BT effect in the first part of the phase, so you could have probably held on to his BT effect for a little bit, give yourself a little extra time, and then burst with Vaughn. Obviously, if you bring Tifa and Y'shtola or Bartz, then you use their burst phase anyway, so it's not too big of a deal. Then you start early, because if you're only doing one burst character and it's a support, that will last the entire fight regardless of what you're doing, unless you're bringing 3 support characters, which don't do that. Gotta have at least 1 damage dealer here, because the Lamia has like 21 million, and so yeah, that's a significant amount of HP. I think the ads have a little under 2 million each, maybe 1.8 million. If you are struggling on this, head over to our Discord. We got a lot of great resources. Of course, DissidiaFFOO.com, TonberryTroupe.com, they have some guides for this. Destraw's been putting together some good guides for this. Excalibur has a nice infographic on this as well. Scott Ong does tons of runs. You can go check him out on YouTube. A lot of our friends. TCC, there's a TCC challenge for this. I believe the regular challenge is no burst plus. The TCC Extreme is no burst at all and no synergy as well. I can double check that for you. Yeah, the TCC challenge is no BT plus, no boosted characters. Bans apply to LD calls but can be used as friends. And then the extreme is no BT or BT plus. And yeah, and if you want to do just for fun, TCC challenge is no BTs, but all characters are allowed. So you can bring LD only Lann and Reynn to that one, and that might get you through. And there are quite a few people that have completed it with no BT plus or even no BTs. So it is possible, friends. It is possible to use what you have to complete this content. So do not feel like, you know, BC, I think, says that, our friend Black Nero on YouTube says it well in his videos, in his pull plan videos. Try the fight before you pull. Never pull without trying the fight. Unless it's a favorite, you know, and character you really, really want. Like, you know, I'm pulling for Garnet, so, you know, I'm going to pull on her regardless. But like this, you might think, oh man, I need friends. And I think there was a lot of people in the Japanese version of the game, man, no one does damage like friends does, or you got to have friends for this event. Well, friends, Lann and Reynn friend was enough for that. You didn't need them in your party. And so try it a few times, or give it 24 hours and see what people come up with it if you're struggling. You know, put the game down, come back to it. The events are for 2 weeks. The limited time events are for 2 weeks. This is a limited time event. Intersecting Wells is permanent content. So, but please, if you haven't, take a moment, like, sub, ring the bell for notification, join our Discord, tccpodcast.com for all our links. You can check the links below, and just enjoy hanging out with us during the week. But at this point, it's just pretty much a little bit of a grind to kill the Lamia, keep everybody HP silence, let Vaughn do his damage, make sure Bartz doesn't run out of skills. The nice thing with Tifa would have been she would have taken consecutive turns, so less issues with Bartz. So really, again, I think the optimal team would have been Tifa, Lann, and Bartz. I think Y'shtola, Bartz, Ursula, Tifa would have been an optimal team. Y'shtola, Ursula, Lann would have been an optimal team with Lann and Reynn friend. Again, Kefka is an option. I really, his damage is so poor and his party support is not ideal, so I would much rather bring Ursula, but Kefka is a fine HP disabler, HP silencer. Agrius can also kind of shut down the fight. Takes a little bit more finesse just to time her. Paralyzes her, confuses, all that kind of stuff. But she's got enough in her, and she's got the magic silence. So there's enough there that she can really shut it down too. So if that's how you want to play, you can bring some tanks and do. You know, Zach does work here. You can bring tanks, or Orin may work here pretty well too. He's a different kind of character, but defensive debuffer. So you can check that out here in a little week. I think this event will still be up when Orin launches. I don't think Garnet's probably going to help you too much with this fight, but you never know. She can be run through with anything. So yeah, a little bit of a long haul, but not terrible. So here we go. And I think that's going to be pretty much it. But I do have to kill the ads, and if you don't have them locked down, they can, of course, kill you. And an LD from an ad is not something that you want to do. So again, being extra cautious to make sure that they are locked down and not going to do anything. 75 turns, got plenty of turns. to do it this way, as long as you bring a solid damage dealer in Bart's or in Tifa or Vaughn or Twins, etc. Really need that. I don't know, Strago might work here. He's doing pretty decent damage, so he may be a good option with that AoE damage, but I really think the single target damage dealers to deal with the Lamia's damage is more ideal for this particular fight. So let me know who you brought. Let me know how you did. Is this one giving you trouble, or was this a easy fight? Again, first few months of Lufenia Plus, some challenging fights, but then it kind of opens up a little bit, and looking forward to that. But I've enjoyed these fights. I hope you have too. And until next time, friends, join us, I think, for episode 174 of the Crystal Chronicles, recording tomorrow night. That's the 11th, on YouTube and Twitch, and available here and your favorite podcast apps on Twitch Video On Demand afterwards. Let me know how you did. Do give us a like and a sub. Appreciate all of you, and we'll talk to you then. Goodbye.